Monday. And everything you're seeing here and all the goodies over here, literally we have put into one single show. It is, quite frankly, the best deals we've offered all holiday season long and for the entire holiday. And we're gonna feature every single one in this show. So if you happen to miss them or you only saw a couple of them, you're like, wait, what's the big deal? You wanna get it tonight, and here's why. We'll do this a little bit later, but the free shipping, the pricing, and the flex pay all are done today. So you're seeing our best foot forward for the whole holiday season, all in this hour. But first and foremost, we've got to start with today's special, which we always launch at midnight. And already, because we did give people a sneak peek at it, we have sold over 15,000 heading in to the official launch. Now, why is tonight a really big deal? Because today's special, along with all the others I'll show you tonight, it all ends today. So the price ends, the free shipping is crazy great because that saves you a ton of money, and the 5 flex pay will end. So what's this all about? Okay, I'm super pumped to show you guys this, and here's why. We have sold over the last couple of years just thousands and thousands of our arcade games. Well, this one, you guys, is 8 times better than ever before, and here's why. Normally when we do our arcade games, we will do one unit that has 2 games, and everybody says, oh, that's really interesting, that's great, and that can be a couple $100. We do some units that have 4 games, and that's gonna be well over $200 for 4. Well, this right here, now for the first time ever, offers 8 individual, must-have, fun, everybody loves games. 8 games in each one. And each one I'm about to describe will have different games included. So you're gonna find your old-fashioned favorite. You're gonna find the retro. You're gonna find a game out of the 8 that everybody in the family will want to play. They'll find their favorites inside here. So what are the 3 choices tonight? And this is important. You're looking at Ms. Pac-Man right now. Ms. Pac-Man is the most limited. And I'll tell you what, going into this presentation, we have about 3,000 left, and then that's totally sold out. So that's my most limited, because remember, we gave everybody a sneak peek at these a couple of days ago. This one's beside me is your classic Pac-Man. I mean, you can't go wrong here. And again, 8 different games included, the most we've ever done. And by the way, this is totally exclusive. And we'll get into more details on the games in just a second. Now come on back here with me, because you got to see the last one. And I wish I had one up here up front, but I don't, because guess what? This is so cool. You can actually hang these on a wall. You can use it on a tabletop, or we even give you the door hangers. So if you just have a door and you want to change it into the coolest game room, these are included in all 3 choices. This is Centipede, you guys. It even has the real roller ball, which I said, oh my God, guys, oh, it's a great shot. Thank you. I love it because it's got the real roller ball. It gives you the real effect. It's the real games, which are really cool. And again, 8 different games are included in Centipede. Now, here's what I want to do before we go to Bill, because he's going to be joining me. This screen is 17 inches. It plays just like the old games we remember. Really fun. Everybody loves them. I was even playing this earlier. But this unit, if you go to hsn.com, this is the big guy, if you see it up and down. This unit retails normally for $500, $499, and it's on sale for $399. This screen is the exact same size as our today's special screen. This is normally almost $500. So you are getting the exact same size screen as our big stand unit with the tabletop model. So I want you guys to understand that, because you're like, oh, is it gonna be a little teeny screen? I can't see. No, it's the same size as the big old guy over there. It's just the convenience of the tabletop. Easy to move, easy to put away if you want to. And again, you can install it 3 different ways. All right, so we got a lot to get into, guys. And don't forget, this is huge. All of our fabulous deals, the best deals we've done all year long, they end tonight. They end today. The free shipping ends today. All the flex on everything ends today. So you definitely want to get that holiday list out and just knock it out tonight. And I will be featuring all of our special deals coming up within this hour, so stick around with me. All right, well, Bill's ready to go, so we're going to say hi to him. And let's have some fun, Bill. Hey, it's good to see you as always.
Great to see you, Suzanne. I'm on a roll right here. I'm having so much fun with this. And you guys are going to have fun with this. I hope you realize this is from Tastemakers. This is from Arcade1Up by Tastemakers. Okay, now I can focus. But more importantly, they won Tech Toy of 2019 last year with that bigger unit. However, last holiday season, when they introduced the Partycade to us all, it was the #1 top-selling holiday gift of last season for us at HSN. But it was one machine. You just got Pac-Man home. By the way, volume control, I can turn down the volume. So I'm going to turn down the volume just a second. So as I was saying, last year you just got the one unit. This one Pac-Man unit was a little different. I'll show you why. And it had 2 extra games. We've gone big this year. You have 3 gaming choices: Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, and Centipede. And each one of the units, 8 games on the inside. So it comes up to $25 a game. But really what set the Partycade apart from all of the other options from Arcade1Up was its footprint. And Suzanne showed you that larger unit. And I'll be honest with you, Arcade1Up is out in retail because they are so popular, but this particular unit is only here at HSN. By the way, this is the box it comes in, all assembled. You just got to wrap it, decide who it's going to be for, and this is where you're going to have fun with it because it's fully assembled on Christmas Day. It's a plug-and-play experience. No joke, it's harder to set up Monopoly than it is to set this up. And Suzanne, you mentioned how the Centipede has that trackball. Love it, love it, love it. 8 games, and we didn't even offer this one before. But look at the setup. This is what the Partycade looks like. It is a slimmer footprint. At its deepest, it's 7.5 inches. So if I do put it on the door or wall mount it, it's not really sticking far out into the room, unlike that bigger unit that, can take up quite a bit of size. And think of it this way. It's 27.5 pounds, can easily be moved around and wall mounted. But those bigger units, if I wanted 8 arcade machines in my family room, in the kids' room, that's the entire room. You don't have room for that. But this Partycade style, which again, remember, it's unique to us here at HSN and QVC, it's just a really ideal footprint. If it is a kid's room, if it's gonna be out in the family room, or more importantly, if you're a parent who's like, okay, let's put this away, that's why the Partycade has been popular. But as you also mentioned, Suzanne, in this box is not just the machine, it's all that hardware too. And that's where, for free shipping, it's a big box, but this hardware, it's full metal. So the over-the-door bracket, which we can adjust, it can get even lower. So if you have littler kids, I like the on-the-wall option. It's just really slick. Because yes, the kids can still have their desk under here or a hamper or whatever they want because it's up and out of the way. And I'm going to be playing the classic original game of Miss Pac-Man, of Pac-Man, of Galaga. Let's go through some of the game's options, because remember, each one has 8 games.
Yes,
So if you get Pac-Man, it has that new black footprint, which is great, that new black surround. By the way, the artwork, all original, game, all original. So Pac-Man has Pac-Man, Pac-Land, which I'd forgotten about Pac-Land. It's kind of like the precursor to the Mario 2 Italian guys. Super Pac-Man, Super Xevious, Mappy, Dig Dug, Galaga, and Galaxian. Galaga and Galaxian were on fire themselves back in the 80s, and now you have that. By the way, Pac-Man, it's the 40th anniversary. Nothing is hotter in arcading and gaming right now than Pac-Man. But if you go to Miss Pac-Man, this is her first time at the network, so we're excited we got her here. And Suzanne, you said it. She wasn't going to be a part of this today's special because our quantity was, our quantity was so small. So with Miss Pac-Man, you get Miss Pac-Man, you get Pac and Pal, Galaga, and Galaxian as well. Pac-Man Plus, Dig Dug 2, and Super Pac-Man. Some of these games, by the way, we never even got to play them except in the arcade. Some of them eventually migrated to some gaming systems. And speaking of gaming systems, if your kids have asked for one of those, they're really hard to find, they're really expensive, and then they're hogging the TV. Or have you seen those controllers today? Left button, yellow button.
By the way, to deal with today's controllers, you almost need to have a physics degree. It's like hit 1A, spin thumb to twirl. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just bring back the good old Pac-Man. Now, I do want you to go over Centipede and the games that come with Centipede, which is on the wall back there for me. So because this is so cool. You guys are going to find either the favorite games that you loved when you were younger, or they'll be your new favorites. So Centipede, again, has 8 games to it.
Correct. 8 games. You got Centipede, you got Millipede, which came out after that, Crystal Castle, Liberator, Missile Command, Super Breakout, which I love, Avalanche, and I always mess up this name. It is Akar, something like that. Yeah. They're going to, I'll have it by the end of the day, I swear, but it's fun, actually. I'd not known about that game myself. But that game, it's the original one. So if you've played these games, you can play them again. You're not just giving someone gaming. You're giving someone memories, and that's where it's really kind of fun, because what's cool about Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, we all played them because it's approachable gaming. Just hearing that, does that not remind you of being in the arcade, playing quarter after quarter? By the way, 1 or 2 player game, which is great, and then even after 1 or 2 players, you still have the leaderboard, so you can still beat grandma's high score or mom's high score. I do appreciate that there is volume control, so yes, you can turn it down, but really what has set our Partycade apart from all the others is this versatile footprint, because I do have this wall mounted. You don't have to wall mount it. I can easily remove it from the wall, move it from room to room, pack it up because it weighs about 27 pounds. But again, look at this footprint. It doesn't take up any space. And this year's model has that side artwork. So if I do decide to put this on the table or even on the floor or the countertop, you can do that. You take the Partycade to where the event is. It could be the sleepover in the kids' room or downstairs in the basement, but you can easily move this around. And you're not, having to, you can't do that with the larger units, but with Partycade, it's easily repositionable.
And what I love too is you take the party to wherever you are, like you said. Okay,
exactly.
So maybe eventually you are going to go to someone's house. Can you imagine walking in and saying, hey, guess what we're going to do? We're going to play Pac-Man tonight. Everybody would just scream. They'd be like, are you kidding me? The other neat thing about whichever one you pick is there's going to be a favorite game for somebody. So it might be a game you remember fondly, or you might be having a younger person play this and all of a sudden they're like, oh my goodness, I love Super Pac-Man. I love Mappy. Especially when you're talking about the two down here. Those are some of the very favorites. So if you want just the ultimate experience, but you don't want to spend all the quarters and you want to play and play and play and play, this is your chance. And what I love is people stop to watch. So Jared, my producer, I was in an intense battle playing Pac-Man over there. I was playing on one of these machines. And I was doing this before I went on the air. That's how much fun this is, right? And he's so funny. He stood there and he probably watched me for 5 minutes. And Jared was kind of into it, wondering if I'd like clear the board. But it really is that authentic experience, you guys. That's what I love about this, is how authentic it is. I love the fact that you still get that energy and you hear the sound and then you're like, oh shoot. So it's sort of like, the agony of defeat when that Pac-Man all of a sudden gets caught. But you have the same joystick, you have the same feel, you have the same sound. The action is identical. So if you were like a Pac-Man junkie or you love Miss Pac-Man, you're gonna get those levels too, which is so important. Like this, remember how exciting it is when you get to this part and now you're trying to like, come on, please eat that thing. I want the extra points. And it goes up level to level to level to level. It is identical. Ah, oh, darn it. There it goes. I know, shoot, in my head I'm saying something else. But you still, what's really funny is, whether you haven't played it, 20 years or whatever, you still get that same excitement and it's that same amount of fun. I mean, how many hours did you spend playing Pac-Man, right? I played it for hours, right? But again, quarter after quarter after quarter, I have to finally give up. I just ran out of quarters. With this one, you just keep going. But that excitement's relived, it's back, and it's here. Now, I do need to explain, because this is really, really important. We have had a blast this last week, all Thanksgiving week long, of course, culminating here on Cyber Monday. And we have featured wonderful deals, like our very best of the best of the best will do all the holiday season. The problem is, if you don't get these deals today, before the day's over, you're going to lose the pricing across the board. So this right now is $199.99. It's gonna go up $100 at the end of the day, or it sells out. If it sells out, you don't get a chance at it. Also, the rest of our Today Specials we featured for the last couple of days, same thing happens. But this is really key. Your free shipping goes away on everything today. Your flex pay goes away on everything today, the increased flex pay. So right now, if you've got that list and maybe it's something you saw earlier or a couple of days ago, or you're just watching now going, I can't wait to see what all the deals were, you wanna buy it today, because tomorrow is a whole new ball game, and that free shipping really, really adds up. I'm squeezing all my gift giving in today. I know it's that last minute thing, but get it done, because you will save so much money, including something like this. And you know what I love, Bill, is this is so much fun for anybody. You could be 5, you could be 95, you could be a guy, you could be a gal, it doesn't matter. Everybody just is enamored playing these games.
I could give this to my brother-in-law, and he would love it because he could put it in his bar, man cave, or whatever. But it's for everyone. The kids are going to play it. The babysitter's going to get on there and everything, because it's just fun for all of us. Do you know Pac-Man, the one is the most successful arcade game ever? First one to achieve $1 billion in quarters, and it's lasted for 40 years. Because it's not violent, it's not online gaming. It's really kind of, you do kind of think about it a little. Okay, what's the best route to go to avoid the speed and this? But it's what I appreciate about it too, and we're kind of dating ourselves, Suzanne, when we say a quarter, because we can't even play arcade games for a quarter anymore if you go to them. And that's where you do go back in time. As you were talking, I was playing over here too, and I was remembering how my sister used to tell me, you hide in the corner by the flashing dot and wait for the ghost to come to you so you can eat them.
Right.
And those are little moments that my sister and I shared as kids. We can do that again. And we can introduce my niece and nephew to it. And you mentioned little kids. When we had this last season, and I want to remind everyone, we had this before. but we didn't have all these 3 games. We didn't have 8 games in the unit. We made it better this year. But when we were on set, it was so much fun because people from culinary came out to play and people from the fashion side. We had one of our models come by. She had her daughter on set with her too. And she was 6 years old. She pulled up the stool. She sat here and was so excited. She was excited. She beat Mom's high score. But everyone gets in on the action, including, look at Curtis here. Curtis Stone can probably cook with his eyes closed, but he wants to challenge himself. He's playing, he's sauteing, he is just he's a rock star.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. Oh, look, see?
And the thing is,
and notice how, look, everybody has the same reaction. You instantly get into playing this.
Yes. And the thing is, we all can't get into tennis, maybe like you, Suzanne, because we don't have the courts and the talent. But this is something we can do. And I appreciate it. He brought it to the kitchen. Maybe he was cooking on Thanksgiving. But then you can bring it back to the kids' room because it is the Partycade footprint. Because we do, as you said, we have that bigger unit. And that's great. It takes about an hour to assemble. And the big thing is, that bigger unit, it's the same screen size. That has a 17-inch screen. We didn't take down the screen size or the keyboard joystick area. We made that the same. It's just that Partycade footprint. And by the way, this screen is an LCD screen. That's today's technology. In 1982, when Miss Pac-Man came out, they didn't have LCD. So it's going to be a more vibrant, more engaging, and she is addicted. What are you playing over there? Oh, you're playing Galaga? Go, girl. And the thing
Hey, you
is,
know what? I'm doing this for my
switch.
producer. My producer, Jared, I said, what is your very favorite game? And he goes, it's this one. So, and again, guys, guess what I'm playing that on? I'm playing that on Pac-Man. So if you want to get Centipede, you're going to, no, Galaga actually isn't on Centipede. The only way you can get that is if you get Ms. Pac-Man or you get the Pac-Man unit. But guys, look at this. Now, I hope you guys, it's hard to see, but can you see right here? So I'm doing it just like you did back in the day. See my buttons down here in my right hand? So you guys, you know, I'm doing it exactly as the game was designed to do. Hey, can I tell you a little nerd out factoid I learned about Pac-Man?
Bring it.
You ready for it? Okay, you're gonna love this one. Okay, so the originators who made Pac-Man, they actually are a Japanese company who made them. And the original name of it was Pac-Man, okay? But before they released it to the US, they were worried about vandals changing the P to an F. And so they changed it to Pac-Man. No lie, you guys. Yeah, did I get, everybody's like,
It's true.
But isn't that funny? They thought if we send it and release it to the US, vandals are gonna actually change the letter. I thought that was hilarious. And that is a true story. So thus the name Pac-Man. Also what's funny is there's a lot of debate about what the circles are like or when you see Ms. Pac-Man or Pac-Man, and that's actually shaped after a hockey puck, believe it or not. So little FYI on some background. But really when it comes down to it, it's just the fun of playing all these games. And by the way, it's really easy to operate this. You don't have to have, you know, a master's degree or a doctorate degree. You just go and you press the button, you get down in here, you switch to play the games like this. I've never played this one, but let's see what happens. And you just have just hours and hours of never-ending fun. And there's very few things that the entire family can play together when it comes to games. Sure, you can do board games, but it's one board game. With this one, you guys can have 2 players, you can compete against each other. We got a really cool scoreboard if you want to do a tournament style. Everything's just here, and it's so neat to be able to have a game that your kids are gonna go crazy over and that you can actually compete as well, because I can't keep up with the handheld thingies and using the TV and trying to do all those moves. It's just, I'm sorry, it is beyond my comprehension. But this, everybody can do, which really makes it such a blast. Now, I know we got a quick update for you. If you want Ms. Pac-Man, unfortunately, that is the most limited, okay? So if you guys are thinking about it, we know these will sell out before the day's over. And what happens is when they're gone, I mean, that's it for the whole holiday season. We aren't even doing any more presentations like we have earlier this week. So all of our best deals for the whole holiday, they're over now. They're over today. And remember, no matter what you're buying, cookware, clothing, it doesn't matter, the free shipping and all the flex we're giving ends at the end of today as well. So it's a really big kind of, I call it last chance Cyber Monday. So Bill, let's kind of go through this again too, in case somebody missed out. We've got 3 choices, Ms. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, and Centipede's back there. Again, you're getting 8 games. This is more than anybody's ever offered before, and this is completely family exclusive. So you will get, and I'll hold this so you can see the 8 games, at least in the beginning on this one. And then remember, the screen size is identical to the screen size of our stand-up full-size unit. So you're not watching a smaller screen. This screen here is identical to the tabletop screen, or actually the tabletop screen. These are the exact same size. This, when it's at its full price normally, is almost $500. But you're not, and I think, well, quite frankly, Bill, this is easier to operate because I can put it on a countertop or on a table, and I can put it to the height I need it, or maybe if you've got a little one, they need it, as opposed to kind of hunched over playing on this one.
Exactly, and that's why the Partycade has been so popular, because of its versatility. But last year, we did not have the trackball or the Centipede option as an option for the holidays. We didn't have Miss Pac-Man. And just real quick to remind you why the Partycade is different, because yes, you saw the other ones that Suzanne was standing by. Those are all from Arcade1Up. They are in retail. This particular unit Partycade is just here. And you see how it's a slimmer profile. It's about 7.5 inches deep, stands about 29 inches tall. But that 17-inch screen where all the action happens, it's the same size. They just made the cabinet and all that chassis smaller, but that smaller is actually better because it is more versatile. This could just be in the kids' room. This could be, you know, mounted on the door to the garage, because what's that door good for? The laundry room. Turn it into that gaming center. Your decision is which one you want to get home or which 2 you want to get home, because remember, this has 8 games in it. Imagine that big freestanding one having 8 games in the kids' room or in the family room. So Centipede, 8 games, that has the trackball option. And then our Partycade option in Miss Pac-Man, she's got 8 games. Pac-Man does as well. Both of these have Galaga. All of the games in here are award-winning and fun. I appreciate the value and the convenience, because yes, this box is huge. Even if it was, you know, not even free shipping, this would be expensive to ship because it's a big unit, but also all of these brackets, whether you want the legs to use it on the tabletop, whether you want the wall mounting bracket, solid metal, that's included. And this door hanging one, this is my personal favorite. Everyone has a personal preference in terms of how they're going to display it. But you see how it's that hook that goes over the door just like a shoe organizer? But then I have the ability to lower it and lower it and lower it for whoever's going to play it. If it's little kids, this is all included, even the nuts and bolts, and it's a true plug and play experience. If you have tried to get the kids online or play those games, and Suzanne, you made a comment before, and it really kind of resonated. We would play for as long as we could play, but it was normally because we ran out of money, and we couldn't really get better unless we brought more quarters. This you can get better. The kids can get better because they're not limited. I ended up just playing skee ball because that was just easier. But this is where you could really, you're playing Dig Dug. I am. It's so awesome. And see, this is the variety that it really keeps everyone's attention. Whether it's a show host, whether it's, you know, a kid, you can really move it around because, you know, it's like, I remember this game, but I really like this game. Or company comes over and they want to play a different one, you can do that. And that's, I can show you how easy that is to switch, by the way. Okay. Because it's all you do is you hold down your player 1 button, player 1, and it takes you back to the main menu. So you hold it down for 5 seconds, and then you have that main menu board. And remember, it starts up just like all the original games were. But I'm not digging for quarters or asking mom for a quarter or $1 now. Because all of these authentic games from the 80s are so popular right now. So you're playing Dig Dug. You played Galaga. Super Pac-Man's a fun one. I mean, these just go on and on in terms of option. Do you know which one came first, Suzanne, Galaga or Galaxian?
Galaga.
Correct. Galaga came first. And
I actually just guessed on that. I had no idea.
And so then when you move to the next one, because some of them, there's progressions, like Millipede is faster than Centipede, so you kind of evolve with them. And that's where you're going to be playing this for years to come. And Suzanne, I also remember you mentioned how you could bring this to a party. A friend of mine turned 40. They had an 80s birthday party for him. Everyone had to come in their 80s neon and all that. Right. I walked in with Pac-Man. People were floored. It was exciting because you can bring the party with you. You bring them fun, you bring them memories. And remember, it's $25 a game. That's really where it's remarkable in terms of the hours you're going to be playing it. Yeah, well, and also what's really fun is you can get really darn good at it because you can play over and over and over and finally figure these darn things out. All right, this is Super Pac-Man that I actually just started. And I never played Super Pac-Man when I was younger. Ooh, look how challenging this is. Right? Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Look how cool this is. Oh, you just can eat the whole world. Okay, so here's the scoop. Again, this is just fun for everyone.
everybody. Whether you're playing by yourself, you've got people coming over. What I love is, let's say you've got grandkids, and when they come to visit, you know they're gonna wanna come to Grandma's house because you're like, oh my gosh, Grandma, will you pull out Ms. Pac-Man, or will you pull out Pac-Man or Centipede? And seriously, you can put them in front of here, and they're gonna have a ball. And remember, it is 2 players, so you can compete against each other. It just gets people involved. People will stand around and watch it. It's so much fun, and it's one of those awesome, awesome gifts. If you are thinking, okay, we want one really cool family gift, I highly recommend this because, again, it's fun for any age and anybody. All right, so here's the scoop. I do want to explain FlexPay real quick, and then we've got to show you a little competition we had. So if you want to use FlexPay, it's really, really easy. Major credit card or PayPal. You pay this off in 5 months, but it's going to ship in plenty of time right away for Christmas. Remember, the price, the 5 Flex, and the free shipping all end today. And Ms. Pac-Man is now pretty darn limited. So if you are thinking about picking up Ms. Pac-Man, it is the least I have, because we've sold, what, 17, 18,000, or no, we've sold 15, probably about almost 16,000 going into tonight's show, and about another 1,000 in just this first presentation. So it's a perfect time to make sure and reserve yours before we lose the rest of them. All right, so Bill, here's what I wanna do. We had a little friendly competition among some of the hosts, so I'd love you guys to watch this.
Here we go, game time.
I'm so nervous.
Yes, baby, yes.
Yes. I got you. We'll get the strawberry. Big points for the strawberry. Oh, Pinky got me again.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
Look at her. Shannon getting the best. Okay, I want to go back to you guys because I'm going to show you one more time. We're going to go back here in the beginning. Each of these have 8 very different games, which is really so much fun. So while we play a lot of Pac-Man, remember you're getting 8 different games, including, I think I'll tell you why. I think I know why Pac-Man is so popular right now. It's because you're getting these 2 guys that everybody's so familiar with, and you're getting Pac-Man. But then again, remember, you're getting completely different games on here. I guess which one I haven't looked at. I did Digger. Have I done Mappy, you guys? I don't think I've done Mappy. Have I? Everybody's like, what's Mappy anyway? Let's take a look at it because I have no idea what it is. But in each choice, you get 8 different games. And that's what makes it even more fun. And this is really a key point. Normally when we've had these on the air, they've been 2 games. We have one that's 4 games. There's currently one that only has 2 games, and it's over $219. Sometimes we'll do 4 games. That's the most we've done until tonight. And now you're getting 8 games, which makes this so much better because you get variety, you get versatility, you get more things to do, which is really fun. What in the world is this? Now on to the story, okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at him.
Right?
I guess, is that Mappy?
That is
He's got
Mappy.
a TV. Oh, look. Oh, cool. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get him going. Okay, that is adorable.
So
Let's see what
this took
happens.
me a second to understand it too. You actually have to jump on those trampolines and land on a different level. It's almost like, you know, the one with the gorilla jumping over the barrels.
Okay, got it.
But it's a precursor, and so you go level after level. You're avoiding the little rats that are on there too.
Oh, I made him
there
jump.
You go.
Okay, here we go.
See? And now
Boing.
you're addicted. And now you can't stop.
I just like the trampoline part.
Right? That's just
That's
it. There's
awesome.
something in there for everybody. And this
great.
is what's also fun. And I know we're going to start running out of time. I want to remind everyone too about some of the little extras we have, because last time when we had these as of today special, we sold out of some of our paraphernalia by 8 in the morning. Primarily these stools. You pick which stool you want. You don't pick which height because it comes with adjustable legs. So it's really great for the little kids or the bigger kids. And I got to tell you, I'm surprised how often I've been using these stools because they're just lightweight to move around. When I do my iPad coming up, I'm going to be sitting on this bad boy. Another thing which we had on set last year, but it was more of a prop that our set team made, is this scoreboard. It's a dry erase board. So it's great. You get the pen, you get the chamois. It's metallic. So it's also like a metallic bulletin board if you want to put stuff on there. Really fun, really versatile, like Suzanne was talking about. If you want to have a tournament, you just want to keep high score, or you just want to write notes to mom and dad on there. So it's all from Arcade1Up. And remember, you're giving memories, you're giving fun. You saw how the hosts came together. We don't get to interact much these days, but this is something that brings us together. When we had Pac-Man in the studio, Chelsea Scott, our beauty spy, shared how she used to be on the Pac-Man circuit. Martino from the hair side came over and was talking about how he used to love Galaga and Galaxian, and we couldn't even get him off set. We're like, okay, Martino, show's over. Come on, get back to work. But yeah, and this is where we have fun, whether we just need a little break from reality. And Susanna, I like how you mentioned how maybe grandma gets this for her house. And the kids aren't on the TV. The kids are playing this. And I mean, you can watch the TV, but you can also play with them. 1 or 2 player options. And I have this hung over the door because this was just the closet door to my room. But then maybe I need to take it down. Maybe it's an apartment. I didn't drill into the wall, but I still had hours of fun. Or you do have that wall option. And then because it is the Partycade, and only the Partycade really offers this, you have that tabletop option. And we give you those feet to attach to it. And look at how slim this is. And remember, it's a great low profile, comes fully assembled, so you can almost just plug and play immediately. Because if you ever given a gift and mom or dad was like, don't open it, there's too many pieces, wait till we get home. I'm like, I don't want to wait, play it now. Or more importantly, if it is a Saturday night, a Sunday night, you don't have to set it up, you just plug it in.
Well, and
that screen size is the exact same too.
Bill, I think you said a little earlier, and I just want to reiterate it real quick too, is it's fun and it's safe. There are, and a lot of kids, and parents are very smart these days, there's a lot of games that are, quite frankly, very violent. And your kids are like, oh, everybody was cool, you're like, you know what, you get them this, because again, especially when they're really young, you don't want them playing those super violent games. I just, honestly, they're out there, but I don't think they're really healthy for anybody. And this is a really fun old-fashioned game, but yet it's challenging, and it makes you smile. And I think that's what we want. We want to create great memories. If you're a grandma or a grandpa, can you imagine how much fun is you keep it, they can only play it when they come to your house, but like, what do? You get the kids over, you're like, how am I gonna keep them entertained? It's fun, it's safe, it's easy, it gets them off their phone, it gets them off the pad, it gets them off the computer, it gets the family gathered around to have a really good time. So grandma and grandpas, think about this. And as Bill said, you can pick them up, you can store these away if you want to, but again, you're getting that full, real experience. All right, Ms. Pac-Man, we're down to how many left in Ms. Pac-Man? Okay, we have 2,400 left for the entire day. Pac-Man has been the most popular right now, which makes sense. All the great games are in here, plus, of course, you get the 2 extra ones that everybody loves as well. Plus, the other ones are really fun. I actually think my new one's Mappy. That's like my new fave. And then, of course, we have Centipede that has the real rollerball to it with 8 very different games. Just remember, the price, the free shipping, the flex pay, the whole ball of wax, it's gonna end tonight. That's it. So you only have today to take advantage of this and also the other deals I'm about to show you. Bill, I know you're not gonna go very far. I'm not sure where you're at the moment, but you've got an awesome iPad, actually the most affordable iPad, and it's the brand new release.
And it's the last airing that we have planned for it. So if you do want an iPad, someone else wants an iPad, great time to pick one up.
Okay, well, we'll see you in a little bit, all right?
Yep.
Thanks, Bill. All right, guys, stay on the line for this, too. I'll just give you a quick update. Again, Miss Pac-Man's most limited, but Pac-Man's the fave. All right, come on over here. All right, guys, so here's what we did. And I specifically asked